Hello, everyone from Montreal, Canada. Thanks so much for subscribing, guys. I really appreciate it. I also thank you all for trying to interact with me. I'm trying to get to each and every one of you. Of course, it's overwhelming. You must obviously understand that, but please don't stop the comments. I thrive on them. You guys are magnificent. Thank you. Thanks for subscribing. What are we looking at here, guys? We're on the surface of the moon. Copernicus on the bottom left there. Beautiful photo. We're looking close up, zoomed up, as I put the lens to make it blurry for you all. No, to zoom up on it for you all. What are we looking at here? We're looking at two connecting structures that pass off for craters, of course, and it's just beside Copernicus. I'm trying to show areas that people are familiar with and that people will see that I'm not lying. They're there. And inside of the lower levels, you can also see other structuring or piping or tunneling again. This is very real. I've been looking closely at the Great Nebula of Orion. What I love doing is trying to get inside, and I definitely have. Wow, you haven't seen it yet, have you? Look in the center. It's a massive star or planet-sized object. And underneath this blue, beautiful blue, it's the most mesmerizing blue you could ever see in space. There's definite structuring, and I see it now. Whether it be natural or not, it's mesmerizing. It's the inside of the nebula. Blue is something that I have an easier time trying to get through with the blue colors. Um, it's just absolutely mesmerizing. You can see the star in the center, right? Or the probably what's powering the whole nebulae. This is massive, guys. Many light years across the entire nebulae. We can see the star or spherical shape in the center. Can you see it? It's a big spherical oval shape and sort of cut out square, or it doesn't make sense, eh? You look close and you go, wait a minute. This is very, very solid surface, my friends. I can tell you that. This is the only thing that I'm going to declare is that the Great Nebula of Orion is a solid rock, maybe metal. I don't know, but very curious. The structuring, mountainous regions, and look at that. I showed this part zoomed out because the object on the left is the star or nebulae that we zoomed up on. It's the tail end, if you want, of the Great Nebulae. Beautiful surface of a nebulae. I've always wanted to see the surfaces. This is what excites me the most, is when I'm able to get in real close and look at the surface. Now, guys, understand this is a photo that was magnified. It was very far away. It was very much smaller. I didn't get a snapshot of the nebulae like this. No, I'm not going to hide it. I magnified it and I zoomed it out. I did get a nice close shot, but it wasn't this close. Now, how do you like this, guys? Constellation of Taurus. I absolutely love it. Okay. Well, you see 52 Taurus, the blue left one, the center 53, there's 63, a bit lower, the pink one. This is inside the constellation of Taurus. Some absolutely beautiful, mesmerizing stars and many anomalies and deep space objects that are in the constellation of Taurus. The absolute beauty of atmospheric disturbance. Water molecules, anything that is between Earth and the moon. Um, you know, when you wake up in the morning and you look at the sun and you see a long light, a beam of light leaving the top of the sun, and then you go, oh, wait a minute, at night, all the light posts have the lights look very elongated, the flaring that's in it. Well, whether it be due to fog or whatever the atmospheric disturbance, it's beautiful, and it's an anomaly that happens at times when you wake up in the morning. The sun has that the same morning as this, by the way, in November, the 4th, I believe, around that time. had a beautiful flare, the sun in the morning, and you know that even the stars will have that in the evening, and that's the atmospheric disturbance between us and out into space. So, is there a problem with the magnetic field? Is this why they're spraying the chemtrails? Is solar radiation coming into Earth's magnetic field for the first time? Because this magnetic field is what protects us from solar radiation, and we wouldn't want solar radiation to remain here on the Earth's surface. That would be catastrophic. Also, could the lights that we're seeing and many channels are seeing, like me and other channels, getting photos in deep space of very bright celestial objects that look like they have gases around them, could these be explosions? Is something moving around in deep space? Are they hitting other celestial objects? I'm sure this has to be what they're looking for. Have many photos, and I wanted to get through some of them to be able to share with them, with you guys, some of these because they're just beautiful. This is photography. This is the Milky Way, the planets and stars. Guys, the Milky Way. Guess what? They found an exoplanet bigger than 22 times the size of Jupiter, I believe, in the center of the Milky Way. An exoplanet. They do not know if it's a failed star or a failed planet. These are the individual lights that you see are each planets or stars and beautiful inside the Milky Way in the photograph that I took, photography of the Milky Way. Beautiful colors, nebulae, you name it, planets, galaxies, all over the place. Every time you take a photo in deep space, there is always another world hiding somewhere, and it fascinates me, just absolutely fascinates me. So, yeah, they found, this is very recent, an exoplanet inside of the Milky Way. So, what are all these new findings? You mean to tell me that they did not see this planet? Apparently, it's Spitzer that found it, and the planet is um, revolving around a star that is 22,000 light years away. Website contributors, I feel the telescope is on its way. And I'm seeing it in the comments. Some people are saying it must be already on its way. I love the motivation, guys. I love you all for it. Thanks for subscribing. I'm trying to do various things. This is some of my astrophotography. I hope you do appreciate it. It's real deep space photos. Check out the WSO YouTube channel. Steve Olson and I are interacting and talking about the sky on Tuesdays.